Hey guys, it is me, Regina, from Customs by Boogie, and today I just want to take this really quick video and make some jigs for my socks, okay? Because I am sublimating on socks today. Boom, I love my socks. They are very good quality of a sock. And I am going to sublimate on those. So I didn't have any jigs, and I was like, you know what? I really don't have the time to sit here and wait for some jigs to come in the mail, so I'm going to make my own. So I just want to come in here, give you guys a really quick video on how to make your own jigs, how to measure your socks, how to cut them, and then how you can kind of even out the sides of your jigs so that they don't tear the insides of your socks when they are coming out, okay? Also, keep in mind that when you use cardboard jigs, okay, this is a cardboard box that I took and I cut the long sides off of it so there's no dents in it, okay? And when you use a cardboard box compared to using the stiffer jigs, I don't know if they're wood or what, but you guys know what I'm talking about. They're a stiffer jig. It's not as soft, okay? So these are actually a lot easier on your heat press, okay, because they kind of give and they give in. Now, I use my jigs like for a while. They actually last a while, especially if you get a good quality of a box. So go to Walmart, grab you a big moving box, make you some jigs for any size socks that you're working with, and there you go. So that's it. Let me go ahead and get into this video with you really quick, make these jigs, and that's that. All right, let's get to it, guys. Okay, guys, so what I have done is I have already pre-measured my sock size, meaning my length or my width and my length, okay? So I have already done that, and I'm gonna show you on this sock how I open them up and I measure, okay? But my sock length, this is a men's athletic socks because I am making some men's socks today. I'm subbing on men's socks today. So the socks that I have and the socks that I do sub on, they are polyester at the top and cotton at the bottom. They're really good, really good quality of a sock. They have the ribbing here in the middle of the foot, kind of help with your arch support. So that's a really good thing as well. So, okay, let me go ahead and move this one out of the way first. And then we're gonna go ahead and take this sock and we are going to, the sock is like this when you get it, okay? So what I do is I take the sock, I turn it over, and the part where it's creased is the part where I personally think that you should be subbing over, okay, and creating something new here. So then once I do that, I kind of open up the bottom of the sock a little bit. I make it all kind of just reach out, and then I tuck the heel in, okay, because that kind of gives me a little bit of leverage with the sock, and it actually pulls the fabric a little bit tighter for you. So with that being said, I go ahead, I measure my width first, and I do take it all the way to the very tip of the sock because I do sublimate from the top of the ribbing down. So I'm at about 7.3, okay, for the sock length. And for the width, I do the same. I take it to the very edge, and it's about, give or take, I'd say about 3.4. I like to go over a little bit, so I'm gonna call it at 3.5, okay, for my width. All right, so with that being said, that is the size of my sock. That's the size that I'm gonna put in for my pattern, okay? So now we are gonna go ahead and move on to doing the jigs. So give me one moment. I'm gonna go grab my scissors because I do not have them, and then we'll go from there. All right. Okay, guys, I have my scissors, and I cut with kitchen scissors. I cut my cardboard with kitchen scissors because they just give me a better cut, I think, and they're sturdier than just like some Cricut scissors or regular household scissors. So anyway, the jig size I usually use is a 4.3 wide, even though my sock length width is 3.5, okay? And you're probably like, why are you going so big? Well, because what I don't want to do is have the sock size like just like that and press on it, because you have men who have bigger calves. And so when the sock stretches out, you want the pattern to be down into the ribbing of the sock, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and measure that and mark that. I've got my measuring tape here. Move my scissors over. And so I'm gonna go, oh, also what I do is I take my tape, my measuring tape, and I kind of create me a, kind of like a false line right here at the top of the cardboard, okay? Because you always kind of want your sock to come right kind of below the cardboard. So you want a little bit sticking out, okay? And that's how you even up your lining, okay? That's at least how I do it. And then I just take this one, I kind of line it up. Maybe go this side. Yeah, that's so much better. And then I just do the same, because I ain't that good. And I do the same. I come across and I give myself the same kind of ribbing straight across, okay? That's pretty even. It doesn't have to be perfect. So then from there, I am going to measure on one of my jigs. I am going to go 4.3, or I'm sorry, 7.3 long, because that's just a little bit over the length of my sock, right? Because I want to kind of hit it right at the heel of the sock. Okay, so 7.3, that's going to be right there for me. And then my width is going to be a 4.3. So that, if I take it from the edge of the board, the cardboard, and I mark a 4.3, okay? So now what I do is I have that lining. You want to take your ruler. I don't have a straight ruler, but those of you who do, wonderful. You should be using that. So I just kind of eyeball it and I go whoop, straight across. And for this one, I get right to that line. Right, like right on it. And I try to do it as straight as possible. I mean, you know, we ain't perfect, but we try to get it right. But remember that, okay, you have that 7.3, but you don't want to go over that 4.3 line, okay? So, with that being said, I mark the same. I could probably do that a little bit better. Okay, so that's going to be my jig size right there, okay? All right, give me 1 minute. I'm thirsty. 1 second. Okay, now that I am hydrated, we are going to go ahead back and cut out the jig template that I have made, okay? And you know what you guys can do? Let me give you a tip. When you cut out your jig, you don't really have to keep doing this over and over. If you have a Cricut, your Cricut does cut cardboard. So what you can do is you can take your template that you've made, okay? Kind of bend that back a little bit. Take the template that you've made and photocopy it or scan it if you are able to. And then what you can do is make yourself a template. Or you can just go into Cricut, make your measurements and the same size, put your cardboard into your Cricut, and your Cricut will cut it out. And then boom, you have jigs, okay? You have made your own jigs, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of even that out a little bit because I don't like the way that looks. And okay, so that's the jig. That's my first one. And then all I'm gonna do is, let me see if I can fit another one on there. No. So I'm gonna take this one and go to the cleaner side of it. And I am going to line it up, make sure it's straight, lined up as much as possible. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be kind of close. Okay, mine is really close. I like it. So from there, I am going to cut this template. Now y'all see why I use kitchen scissors, because the cardboard is a little difficult to cut. And no, I did not feel like dealing with my Cricut today because I want to show people who do not have a Cricut how to make their own jigs, because hey, we all have to start somewhere when we're trying to get into this sublimation game, right? Okay, so that is my jig for my socks. Now you see the difference, okay? You could tell that it's like a lot wider. Not a lot, but it's just a couple of inches wider. So this is gonna go inside the sock. And then when I press my pattern on here, it'll be perfectly in there. At the end, I'll go ahead and show you guys a picture of it. I'll add it to the end of the video for you so you can see it, okay? So that's really it. Super simple, nothing major. Piece of cardboard, as you can tell. Look at that. Okay. Scissors, measure your socks, get your measurements, and you're good to go. You need a measuring tape. That's all you need to make some jigs, okay? All right, guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this really quick tutorial. Make sure you guys share the video, like it, and subscribe to my channel at Customs by G Boogie. We'll definitely have these sock blanks available for you guys up on the website shortly here for purchase if you're trying to get into the sublimation game. Okay, leave a link or leave a comment below, because we may be doing what we call like sublimation kits. Okay, so you might get like 3 or 4 different kind of socks or whatever it is that we may have for that week, and we keep the extras that we receive when we get our shipment in, okay? So anyway, remember to like, share, and subscribe. I thank you guys for watching my channel once again. Click the bell so that you guys can make sure you do get all of my videos. Alrighty, that's that. Have a great day. Talk to y'all later. Bye.